Have you any idea why a raven is like a writing desk? Hello, okay, next tutorial. This tutorial is meant to be for the character the Mad Hatter from Tim Burton's version of Alice in Wonderland. Aside from Edward Scissorhands, this is probably one of my most favourite Johnny Depp characters because it's just the most fun, colourful, quirky character ever. I think it's brilliant. Some of you guys out there that have been subscribed to me for quite a few years might realise I've done this makeup tutorial before. Now, as I said before, I'm not usually in the habit of recreating makeups that I've done before, but this one I did about 3 to 4 years ago, and it was when I had not as good camera quality or audio and the lighting wasn't as good, so I thought I would revisit this makeup and using different products and techniques that I've picked up over the years, so I hope that's okay. I definitely think I've improved on the makeup itself since the last time I did it, but I'll leave that up to you guys. If you guys want to see more recreations of the older makeups that I've done without the better camera and lighting and audio, just let me know and I'll revisit them. So yeah, if you'd like to learn how to recreate this makeup, stay tuned. You're absolutely Alice, I know you anywhere. I know him anywhere. The first thing I'm going to do is work on my foundation, so I'm going to take a Snazaroo Clown White and apply that really loosely underneath my eyes and down the middle of my face, because I can then blend that out with a kabuki brush. This stuff does blend a really long way. I'm also going to apply that on my neck and ears. Then, to set everything, get rid of any hint of colour, I'm going to take a Ben Nye setting powder in Super White and I'm going to press that really heavily all over my face and then brush off the excess. Then I'm going to take my Sugarpill Pro Palette and I'm going to use the Dollipop colour from that, which is the bright pink. I'm just going to do that underneath my eye and smoke it out. Just try not to go too far beyond the socket line. Think of it as a bruise, but a more fabulous version of a bruise. Yeah. Then I'm going to take the purple colour from this palette, which is in 2AM, and I'm going to apply that really lightly just in the corner of the eye where the bruise would be the darkest point. So it's just right underneath the corner of the eye and then tapered out. It kind of like accentuates the socket a little bit. Okay, so nothing major, just a little bit of subtle bruising in there. Then I'm going to do exactly the same on this side, except instead of the pink, I'm going to use the red from the Pro Palette, which is Love Plus. I'm still going to use the purple though as the bruising. Then on the red eye, I'm going to take the After Party colour from the Pro Palette, and I'm going to use that to apply it all over my eyelid, right up to my eyebrow. Then the same on this eye, except I'm going to use the purple, the 2AM colour from the Pro Palette. Then taking the pink Dollipop again, I'm just going to sweep it down the sides of the nose, just to add a tiny bit of contouring there. I really love this makeup. Most of the contouring is done with the pink eyeshadow, it's just really fun. Then taking the pink again, I'm going to do the classic Johnny Depp cheekbone, so he's got the really masculine straight line going across and then down. So I'm just going to do that harshly, and then I can blend that colour outwards, leaving the cheekbone area completely clear. Okay, so super contoured. Yeah, so then I'm going to do exactly the same again using the same colour, and I'm just going to do a half moon shape either side of my temples and then blend that colour outwards. Then taking a white mascara, this is by Stargazer, I'm going to apply that really heavily to my top and bottom set of lashes. So when I say heavily, I mean quite heavily, because the bottom lashes need to look very spidery, very twiggy-like. Then, the super fun part, the eyebrows, which is why I've not blocked my eyebrows out for this makeup, which makes a first, I think. I'm actually going to be applying some fake hair over the top of my eyebrows, so there's no need to block them out. So the hair I'm going to be using is the same hair that is used for the wig, which is from the costume that I'm going to be using, which I got from buycostumes.com, which I'll pop in the description bar below and on the screen here. So I'm going to take a few clippings from that wig, just so it matches the hair. Oakley dokley, so I have got myself some eyebrow hair. Lovely. So I need to brush through that, but I'm going to do that whilst the Spirit Gum's drying, because I'm going to take some Spirit Gum and I'm going to apply that over my eyebrows just really lightly, just to get a base coat going. So once the Spirit Gum is dried, I'm going to apply one more layer of Spirit Gum, just one eyebrow at a time, and then I can press the hair down over the top of it. It doesn't matter about the length for now, because I'm going to shape that afterwards with some scissors and such, but so the idea is to get the hair like that so it's a straight edge, and just I'm going to apply it outside inwards, and then I can brush it and style it afterwards. Then, as it's drying, I'm just going to pull it to one side ever so slightly so it sweeps across. Then being super careful. If you don't trust yourself, just cut them before you apply them, but I just like doing it now so I can see exactly how long I want them to be. So I'm just going to cut some of the excess off. just going to stagger it a little bit by cutting into it little tiny chunks at a time, just so the line isn't like an abrupt straight line. We want it to be really feathered. Then taking a tiny bit more Spirit Gum and apply it just to the edge of my eyebrow, and then taking one long piece, I'm just going to stick that down on top and then thin it out by pulling it upwards. Then, before I do any kind of styling to it, I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm going to use the orange from this palette, which is like really nice thick creams. I'm going to use it to go underneath my new eyebrow and sweep the colour up just to make it look a bit thicker. Then, if you take some hairspray, some really strong hairspray, I use Tresemme Freehold because this stuff is incredibly strong. I'm just going to spray it on the back of my hand really lightly so I've got the wetness of it, and I'm just going to take my finger and then just brush it over so I can style this. It's just a lot lighter than using a wax or anything, plus it saves me from having to spray hairspray right on, like that close to my eye, which, yeah, that can't be good for you. I'm just going to dab that at the ends and start pulling it in the shape that I want, which is basically like imagine Poison Ivy from the Batman movie. You just pull this side outwards, but this sprig needs to stay up. Then I just need to replicate this on that eyebrow. For the lips, I'm going to use a pinky purple colour by Revlon. This is number 625 Iced Amethyst. Don't know if you can see that there. Yeah. It's a really lovely colour. It's like a really, really nice purple. So I'm going to do nothing major with the lip, just a regular lip shape, nothing too full. Oakley dokley. Lips. Yeah, so then I'm going to work on the teeth. So I'm going to do this off camera because I'm not a massive fan of my teeth and getting them close on camera, so yeah, forgive me for that. But I'm going to take a Kryolan black tooth enamel, which is probably one of the best tooth enamels I've used so far. It's really the thickest. So the idea is to get a tissue, dry the area of your tooth, and then you just wipe the colour across once, let it dry, maybe 2 to 3 coats in between letting it dry, and you're set. To remove it, usually fizzy drinks do the trick. You could also just obviously brush your teeth and it's gone, but hey ho. So the idea is I'm just going to go once down the middle of my teeth, just to give a nice little gap that he's got. There we go. Yay. So then all that's left me to do is pop on my contact lenses, my costume, and I'm done. And there we go, that's the look complete. So I finish the look off by popping on a beautiful costume, which I got from buycostumes.com, as I said earlier. I'll pop that link on the screen here and in the description bar below. Except I added this little spool of like ammo sash, like I made this a while ago from when I first did this makeup tutorial. I just made it just by stringing together some different coloured spools in like colour order. Yeah, just what adds a little bit more character to the costume. And I popped in a pair of contact lenses from camoeyes.com. They're really cool, like yellowy lenses that fade out to green. And yeah, that's my makeup tutorial. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup. I hope I improved on it from the last time that I did this makeup. I just thought it's been quite a few years, and since I've updated my camera and the backdrop and the audio and everything, so I thought it might be a bit easier to follow now, and obviously I've improved it with different products and such. So yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it's helpful to some of you guys out there, and as always, if you like it, please make sure to, you know, the usual, rate, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye guys! You're terribly late, you know. Naughty.